Naranine Elaine Rigney, Drulwalara Bar Canulara, Narawili Budama Pinjali Marka, Bar Karaka, Matawili Budama Bowendik Wayangari, Nawana Numpa Marata, Nanawili Budama Bowendik Wayanari, Nuana Yunu Karu, Netpa Drew Walara, Bar Canulara. My name is Elaine Rigney. Men and women, welcome. We recognise the Pinjali land of our grandfathers and grandmothers. We recognise our Bowendik ways and beliefs connect them to our land. We recognise that these exist today to join men and women to the land. Thank you.
Thank you, Becky, and thank you, Elaine and Doug, for the welcome to country and sharing your culture with us before. I, like Becky, took a lot out of that. Thank you. I would also, on behalf of Tatiara District Council, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we're meeting here today and tomorrow, and pay my respects to the elders, both present and past. I would like to also extend my and the Council's welcome to all of you here today. We're really excited to have you here, and we were super excited when we first heard that there was moves underfoot to get a conference happening here, and that we finally were successful. And I know that there was a few passionate locals who helped that along, and I might be looking at you over there, Dee. So we're very, very happy to have you here. I also thought that the theme of the conference, celebrating diversity, was really quite fitting for the Tatiara. You might think of us as a small local government area, a district of some 6,000 square kilometres, some 6,800 people, and think, how diverse can there possibly be? But we actually have 5 very diverse townships, a few smaller places. We've got Bordertown, Keith, Mandala, Wolseley, Pathaway, Willaluka and Western Flat. Can I recommend to check out the tavern at Willaluka if you haven't? And we have a really diverse agricultural base and incredibly diverse landscape from the deserts to the red gum country. So there is a lot of diversity here, and I think the theme of this conference is very, very fitting to the Tatiara. Our culture is also becoming more and more diverse. You may have noticed a slight accent when I'm talking. I'm originally from Germany, but we have a large migrant population who's been coming to the Tatiara to make this their home. And we have about, I think, 39 different nationalities who've made their home in the Tatiara over the last few years. So I think there's a fair bit of diversity hidden in the Tatiara. I really didn't want to spend too much time talking. I think we've got an exciting conference to go to. Like Becky, please make sure you check out the art around the place. And if you haven't seen it last night, the installation, the digital installation outside was truly amazing. So you get another chance to see it tonight at 8 or tomorrow night at 8. And I've certainly shared, I think, 100 photos last night with various people. Go, look at this, look at this. So you can follow the blow-by-blow account of the entire installation on my Facebook. So thank you very much to all of you for coming here. Welcome, and have a good few days.
Okay, I am now going to hand over to the Landcare Association of South Australia chairperson, Sheree Bowman, who's going to, I think, probably set the scene for us and welcome us from a Landcare perspective. Thanks, Sheree.
Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Elaine and Doug, for just an amazing introduction and start to our formal conference proceedings this morning. Now, first of all, I want to welcome everybody here today. I want to say a few thank yous first up. Thank you so very much to all the volunteers and paid employees who have worked tirelessly to bring this conference together. It has been an amazing operation which has been in plan for at least the last 12 months. And there's been a conference steering committee, which Jerry Butler has been the chairperson of. There has been various subcommittees which have branched off from that, and lots of people behind the scenes that have been beavering away doing some amazing work to bring all this together. What's really made this conference unique for us has been the strong participation and commitment from the local community to really welcome us into the area and bring some depth of community and involvement into this conference. So thank you so very much for having us here. I'd like to also welcome and express a sincere thanks to our sponsors, exhibitors, in particular some of our stream sponsors, Prime Industries region, South Australia, the Department for Environment and Water, Natural Resources across the state, of course the much accommodating Tatiara Council, who've just been exceptional in welcoming us here and just making this the best venue and the best town that we could hope for. And of course all the exhibitors. So please take the time to speak to all of these people. And finally, the one other thanks I would like to express is a very special thank you to people who have travelled far and wide to be here. It's not easy travelling from places like Nepabunna, Oak Valley, Maralinga community. So we really, really thank everybody so much for making that extra effort, because we just love to see you here. We want to get to know you. So I just want to use this opportunity to speak a little bit about Landcare. And this year's a really important year for Landcare. It's the 30-year anniversary of Landcare nationally, and also the 20-year anniversary of the Landcare Association of South Australia. So 30 years of Landcare, what does that mean? We've spent the Landcare Association of South Australia, in conjunction and partnership with Landcare Australia Limited, have been celebrating the 30 years of Landcare and doing much reflection on the last 30 years and looking quite seriously and quite thoughtfully about what the next 30 years is going to look like. The significance of Landcare is that, and also the deep connection with Bordertown is, many will know that the Landcare movement began in Victoria with two amazing women, Heather Mitchell and Joan Kerner. They were the masterminds behind grassroots community Landcare. They established the Victorian Landcare Network in 1986, and only a few years later, two amazing men, Rick Farley and Philip Toyne, who then took it to Bob Hawke to really cement the Landcare movement in this country. So Bob was absolutely instrumental in introducing a supported system for Landcare in this country. So the introduction of the National Landcare Program, which is still in operation now, 30 years on, as well as the establishment of Landcare Australia Limited, which we have a couple of people here, Doug and James. So please make the time to speak with them too today. So why Bordertown? Well, of course, the amazing Dee was instrumental in getting us here, but also Bordertown is actually Bob Hawke's birthplace. So Bob was such an amazing advocate for Landcare, and 30 years ago his announcement of the Decade of Landcare at the convergence of the River Murray and Darling was the start of some many amazing things to come. So on the ground, the Landcare Association of South Australia is the peak body for the Landcare movement in South Australia. We work closely with the National Landcare Network and Landcare Australia to bring that to life. We're working very hard on moving forward and developing our strategic plan for the next 5 years. So we'll be doing a little bit of planning tomorrow afternoon in the conference to get some information from all of you about what's important to you, how can we make Landcare the next 30 years better. And some amazing new committee members that are on board. So there's a bit of refresher renewal moving forward. I won't talk on too much about the boring detail, but I'm really just so happy to see everybody here today, and just really have a heartfelt thanks to all the people who have attended here, and also to the people who are undertaking Landcare, what I call the little L, which is doing the Landcare on the ground every day for nothing, no pay, sometimes no recognition, and also contributing to the big L, which is the Landcare movement. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheree. Great words, and really setting the scene of why Bordertown is such a fantastic place for this to be happening, especially this year. Okay, I'm now going to ask Jackson to get the video on the screen. We've got a video welcome from the Honourable Tim Whetstone, who's the MP and he's the Minister for Primary Industries. So I'll just have a quick word from him.
Hello, Tim Whetstone, Minister for Primary Industries and Regional Development. I apologise for not being with you at the Landcare conference in Bordertown today, but it is a celebration of 20 years of having Landcare looking after our lands. As a horticulturalist and as a farmer for more than 30 years, I understand the importance of Landcare, looking after our land and being good custodians. It's also important that the government's commitment to the primary sector to invest, to grow, and further the great opportunities that we present. Congratulations to all of you, to the Tatiara community for hosting this event, and I look forward to seeing you somewhere out and about.